everyone, I'm Amy. So I never ever in my life thought that I would do this. That is to go on a tour, especially a bus tour. Now why do I say that? Because my image of tours themselves are just, you get pushed around to places that, you know, you probably want to see but you don't have enough time there. So I have always avoided going on tours. I think I went on one when I was younger, and since then I've never liked tours. So this is not a sponsored video. I want to share with you my experience. So me and my husband went on a 3-day tour, a bus tour, to the south of Taiwan. When he first told me about the idea, his friends asked us, my initial reaction was no way. He told me how much it was, and I was very shocked by the price. 3 days, all travel included on the coach, and it was 2 nights in 5-star hotels, and all the tickets and everything was included, and I think it was under 4,000 per person. At least I can go and check out somewhere different. So this is so totally different to what me and my husband are used to doing. We like to take our time. We like to wake up a little bit later on our days off. This was kind of a shock as well because we had to be at Taipei main station from Danshui, leaving Taipei main station on the bus at 7 AM. So we did find that we could sleep on the coach, which was great, and the coach was actually really, really comfortable. More comfortable than I originally thought it would be. The thing I feared the most was the bus and the tour guide and the loudness and all the other people. I don't want to be antisocial, but sometimes on my days off, me and my husband just like to go somewhere and it'd be quite peaceful and nice and relaxing. So the tour guide himself was really cool. He wasn't over the top. He told you what you needed to know. He was funny. And then he just left. He just went and sat down. I've seen these tours where they're like, okay, to the left of you is here, the right of you, and they talk constantly. You can't relax. And I've also heard that in Taiwan you like KTV on these tour buses, so that for me is a no, no, no. I love KTV, but I was worried about this too. Loads of people just screaming away, singing, and I just want to relax. So first we went to Jiayi and we checked out a rail museum, and also went to have something to eat. So of course we had the turkey rice, of course. So the thing that I found difficult here was normally when I go on my own to eat or with my husband, we will take our time. We will look around to see what's around the area, check Google reviews, which one's the best. But because we only were given like an hour and 20 minutes for lunch, we had to literally find something around the area and that was it. And we had to be back on the bus. We went to a Japanese, it was kind of a wooden coffee shop. I'm gonna put the name here. That was beautiful, but the same, we only had 1 hour there and it was not enough time to really enjoy. Between places was nice because we didn't have to drive. So when we go further afield, either me or my husband takes it in turns to drive, and also, you know, it gets tiring as well. So the one good thing about this was I could just sleep and let somebody else drive. I didn't have to constantly be Googling like, oh, where should we eat today? Or where should we go tomorrow? Spend a lot of time researching. So the good thing about the tour was there was none of that. It was literally everything was done for you, and they gave some really good recommendations for restaurants as well, which I really appreciated, and they were all good recommendations too. Then we headed to Kaohsiung. So Kaohsiung we looked along the pier, and then we checked into our hotel. The night was ours, which was really, really nice. So we went with some friends and checked out some lovely foods. So we were so lucky. Right next to where we were staying, there was a really famous beef noodle place. Oh my gosh, we found an amazing, amazing like dessert place. And they also sold like really traditional Taiwanese snacks like Tainan and Kaohsiung snacks. Now I'm in Kaohsiung and it's so much better than I thought it would be, this tour, because I was afraid it was going to be all like bossy and like you've got a few minutes here, a few minutes there, you didn't have your own time and stuff like that. But it appears like quite relaxing. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying today. So the next day was my favourite day. We went to take a train from Pingdong to Taidong, and it was wonderful, but I'm not going to go into detail here. You can check out my previous video, I'll leave the link here. So that deserved a video by itself. That day was amazing. So after we'd been on the train, we'd seen Dalian station and everything, my dream came true, then we kind of made our way slowly back to Kenting, and it was nice because they did it in chunks. Like we went to visit like a coastal line. We went to go visit some little places along the way, a little village with a pretty church. And then we arrived in Kending. And I'm gonna admit something, I've been in Taiwan for 12 years and I've never been to Kending. This is kind of what swayed me to go on this trip actually. This and me going past the Doliang station. So I was kind of thinking, well, I don't ever want to drive to Kending. Before we got to the Kending Old Street, we stopped at a place and it's the most famous Tudigong temple. And we tried Lu Dou Suan. I'd never heard of this before. It was a really, really nice, refreshing dessert. I loved it, it wasn't too sweet, and it really cooled me down because as we were getting down to Kending, I could feel it getting hotter. So we left Taipei with a big jacket and we were down in Kending with just nothing but a short top. So such a big weather change from north to south, right? Kending Old Street, I really liked it. I really was a bit dubious to go to Kending because I've heard it's so touristy. Yes, of course it's quite touristy, but it's also very relaxing too. So the next morning, me and my husband got up really early and we went to go see the sunrise. Well, kind of. We were woke up a little bit late for the sunrise, but we walked along the beach and it was really romantic. Just me and him just seeing this beautiful view because obviously we were only in Kending for one night. And then we're heading back up north, so we were really limited time in Kending. So we had breakfast and then we were headed back north. So we went to a park. The park was okay. The good thing about the park was it was a nice space to just stretch our legs because we've been sat on the bus a lot the previous day. Then we stopped for some really famous zhujiao. I don't really like zhujiao, right? Because I always think there's loads of fat on it and it's not really into it. But this was really good, zhujiao. Very, very, very nice. So the place we went to was one of the most famous. And yeah, I get why it's famous. It was lovely, it was clean, service was good, food was good, not expensive. We'll definitely go again. So we also went to a cocoa factory. And with chocolate being one of my favourite foods in the world, one of them, I was excited for this. It was cute. It was nice, it was interesting to see the history of the cocoa, how they made it in Taiwan. A little bit disappointed with the chocolate ice cream. Maybe because I assumed it'd be like really creamy and just lovely, but it wasn't. It kind of tasted a little bit artificial. So we left there and then we headed back to Taipei. So I'm still so shocked at the price. Like, it was so cheap. I mean, under 4,000 per person in 5-star hotels and going to all these lovely places. I'm just still shocked. I'm really thankful that they have things like this because obviously it's helping bring the tourism back to Taiwan, which is great. The good thing also is they never took us to any shops. I didn't feel like I was being conned or being sold to, nothing. I kind of feel like I conned them because I didn't pay much money for the tour. So overall, I would definitely do a tour in Taiwan again. So please guys, share with me, have you been on one of these tours before? What do you think? Did you like it? Or places you've been before, or tours you've been on before that you think me and my husband will like? So thank you so much for watching today's video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, you can check out all of my restaurants. One's in Danshui, one's in Xingyi, and we're also open in department stores. So thank you so much again, and see you next time. Bye.